What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another stream here on the Aviator268 channel. We apologize for the late start. 7 minutes ago, but hey, I appreciate you sticking around for the start of this stream this evening. It has been a while. I am happy to see all of you that have joined this evening. We are going to try to make it a good one as we get on our way to Los Angeles. It's a short flight, just about an hour or so in flight, and then getting over to Los Angeles. We have ADC on board. We have San Francisco ground and the tower and Oakland. We also have LAX as well, so we should be able to get all of that in. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm trying to make sure we can have some background music as well for us as we do our stream. What's going on, Arrow? Welcome to the stream, my brother. It is good to see you and everybody else. Hey, thank you so much for joining this evening as we do this short stream. We're flying Frontier, the Neo. It is from iniBUILDS, and this is the default iniBUILDS aircraft that came with 2020. And I decided, you know what? Let's start with something different. There isn't a Neo out that's on par with the Phoenix, so to speak. So well, let me say that correctly. There isn't an A320NEO that's on par with the Phoenix as yet. There is the FS Labs that's available, but we don't have that as yet. I'm not really necessarily interested in getting that. I am one of those persons who will be loyal to who I have before. So Phoenix is coming out with their Neos for the 20 and the 21, so we just wait for that as they become available. As of right now, we're going to jump into the flight deck and get the simulator going. We can start GSX boarding, and that will get that going for us. Part of the sim is already set up, so we don't have that much to do. So let's jump right in. And we are going from San Francisco to Los Angeles. The actual flight number is supposed to be 3308. However, someone else took that call sign, so we're just gonna stick with 308 for right now. Before I forget all of these other things, let me go ahead and start tracking agents. I'm using LiveStream right now. I was using Volanta at one point, but I switched over to LiveStream, and their tracking system is pretty neat. Didn't set up a switcher for that as yet, so at some other time I will definitely show that come in the stream. But you can check it out, LiveStream. They have a nice tracking device, something like Volanta, and you don't necessarily lose anything at all. So you can simply switch from that and get going with that. So that is that. DA is started. So those are squared away. Exit, please. Cool.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right, so let's look at our flight plan real quick. We are leaving out of San Francisco via the 6-5 departure Susie transition, and then eBay direct to Burgundy, then the Ermin to arrival, and we're looking for 2-4 right. We're leaving out of San Francisco on 1 left. We already have our ATIS, and our ATIS says that the winds are 280 at 19, gusting to 26. And our altimeter is 3001. So that's already checked. Let's set up the remote control panel, and we have our 6-5 is flight level 190 on the initial. All right, let's head to the box real quick, and we have our flight plan already loaded. Let's go to our flight plan. Remember the acronym DIFSRIP. So data, we already have checked that. We are on the active database. Have our flight plan already imported, and let's go to flight plan departing out of San Francisco on 1 left, and we're using the 6-5 and the Susie transition. Let's insert that, and there are no discontinuities. Perfect. LAX arrival proposed is ILS 24 right via the Airman 2 arrival, and we're the Burglar intersection, and we won't use a VIA just yet. Pretty sure when we look at the we're using the Airman 2, and Gado is the last waypoint. Pretty sure that ATC is going to vector us, so we don't necessarily have to use any of these. We're not coming in via Circus, we're not coming in via Seaview, and that Gado waypoint is probably going to turn us right about here. So we don't need to put in anything right now. Just want to make sure that we have the star in so that we have a full flight plan. All right, so let's run through the flight plan on the navigational display, turn that to plan, and let's run through it. Oops, flight plan. And we scroll through, and there we go. The only discontinuity is after Gado, and we're gonna leave that so that once ATC gives us any instruction, then we definitely we don't have anything in there that will stop us from following the instruction. All right, great. So let's get that started. We're going to apply the load, and I'm gonna say 5 minutes. Even though GSX is doing its thing in the background, let's see if we have any seated passengers. Any seated passengers? Nope. We do have them boarding. All right, so our zero fuel weight is gonna be 130.2, and our fuel weight is 10.2. Let's put these down real quick. So zero fuel weight is 130.2, and we have a CG of 20. Our fuel is 10. All right, so let's put that in the box. All right, so flight plan is set up. The next thing is the secondary flight plan. Then we, after 520, we return to San Francisco, if I know the code. And the arrival in San Francisco is going to be 28 right. And we're not going to use any stars or any VIA, so we insert that. So it will be a straight in approach. Once we take off, make a right turn to avoid the mountains, and come back and land on runway 28 right. So that's good, so we're good to go. Then we check the radios, rad nav is fine. Then we go to the secondary init page, so that's init B. And so after we put it, our fuel fluid is 130.2. And our PG is 23.7. Block fuel is 10, and we'll get that to auto-populate the fuel prediction. Gives us 30-minute flying time. And do we have any load? Delivery says that we should have a headwind of 7. Add that in there, and that will give us 58 minutes. There we go. All right, so that looks a lot more like it. Our alternate fuel. Let's see what we have on the flight plan for our fuel today. So our alternate is going to be 2.6. Final reserves should be. See if they give that here. I'm not sure where to look at that on the Lido. I can find it on the Delta charts, the Delta information, but I'm not. I need to figure that out. If anybody knows where to see the final, oh, here it is. Final reserve is 1. right in front of your face, huh? All right, so let's put that in. So final is 2.0, but it might give us an error if we change that. All right, and our alternate is 2.6. Right. There we go. Cool. All right, so that is set. Diff rip. Next one is perf. So let's go back to our EFB and we'll look at takeoff. We're going to sync. One left. Takeoff run available is 7,651 feet, heading to 78. Service dry, winds in, temperatures in, altimeters in, and we're doing 1 plus F. Air conditions on, is not required. Force takeoff, no, let's go. All right, so we calculate and we have flex temp of 58. And our V1 is 143, VR is 143, and V2 145. And we have a horizontal stabilizer of 0.4 up. So let's input that here. 143, 143, 145. And it is 1 up 0.4. And our flex temp, if we want to save our engines, is 58. That we had 58. Alright, so that's set up. Good to go. We can head back to the init page and request our wins. We say we should land with 4.6. Let's see what happens when we input the wins. Alright, guess it does that with all by itself on imports. Fair. Alright, cool. So we have 90 of 158 on board, so that's taking a little bit of time. Let's admire the plane from the outside one more time. Let's see what the board says. So 320, and we are late by 10 minutes. Showed us since 5:30, which was 10 minutes ago. So we're late, but that's fine. Let's set our radios. It is 129.8. That's 1 to 1.8. Let's do our radio check. Oh, ground is off right now, so the actual power is 120.5. So we lost ground. 120.5. Let's do a radio check. San Francisco Tower radio check.
1843, one last time. Yeah, Michael.
A bit quiet. Hoping that's not going to be a challenge. Let's turn this down. Alright, so that should be fine. Cool, so we're just waiting for the flight to finish boarding. And while we do that, we do that sign. Get the CPU started. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 2314, contact departure.
Archer departure, Delta 2314.
And then 66, one last right, the other night one. Southwest 1843, runway 1 left, taxi up. Tower 5769 is still so your transponders blocking 2000. Second reset transponders block. Traffic 3012. Just 1771 Alpha, the right. 66, change my frequency 120.5.
Departure is going to be on 132. Stand by. Simply cancel transfer.
966, 120.5, not sure if you're on.
Cool.
Okay. United 1020 heavy, San Fran. Correction, United 1020, push your discretion, contact yourself.
Right, 18 more passengers to board, and then we'll be on the way. Let's go ahead and do the before start checklist. Let's see if I can get
Yeah, 66, one last go ticket.
what's going on, Justin? This scenery is the
Still not showing it yet. How are you guys putting
this scenery is the flight beam, San Francisco City.
Oh, that's all right. If you want to go to your pilot client and then do .PDR 3012, that should.
So our flight is boarded, and we can close the doors, and we can run a before start. APU has been started. APU beam is run now. And the figures are added. There, field functions are on. Load selector will turn to start shortly. And we will start engine.
Francisco Tower
engine
2109.
So we don't need to request any clearance
Texas
because we will push back into
2109.
So let's go ahead and remove the top.
FFT clearance, wheelbase FFT clearance to Los Angeles.
And let's start process. So requesting pushback and startup.
Thank you.
Tower 5769. Looks like it's showing up now. One right, clear.
Release parking brakes, please.
I will say one thing. This particular airplane, the sounds are not the best. So for somebody like Justin, I know you're gonna probably get annoyed, but I'll put you on your guard right now. The sounds aren't the greatest, so let's just get that out. Parking brake is released and starting it.
All engines clear. Start at will.
If it will start. Here we go. And let's check the pushback.
San Francisco will have Cactus 21
I
to now.
don't think we had to ask for push, but if we get yelled at, we just apologize and keep it moving. Alright, so we start engine number 1, then engine number 2. So start switch is now on start. Engine number 1. Do you have to call for push?
Super. Super.
This was Frontier 308. We're just asking if we had to call for push. We just pushed that off.
Yeah, push your discretion.
Roger.
Stop for taking for the weekend. Take question.
So we should get pushed all the way up until Mike 3. So we should get turned around here pretty quickly. Yeah. Engine 1 is available.
San Francisco Cactus 21 to now request push and start, please.
Once you complete the turn, then we will start engine number 2. We should get pulled now. There we go. Nice little push and pull going on there, GSX. Alright, we see you. Yeah, just run it over. Yeah, it don't matter. It really doesn't matter.
The tower's gonna close that money and come 1 to 2 points.
1 to 2 Cactus 21 to now, thank you.
It would be nice if they have this thing doing the proper radius where he's just out the way, but hey, it's GSX. We'll just let it go. Let's start engine number 2. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look beautiful? I cannot wait. I know I say it every time, guys. Can't wait. Can't wait. Not quality ways. Good our simulation is to get this plane out. We need to get that 757 in there. According to one of my friends, these wannabe 321.
Tower Allegiance 1341, turning final, runway 2.
These wannabe 321, wannabe 757 so badly, but hey, you want to get a 757 in the system.
Tower's just on jump.
Alright, so let's set parking brake.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake is set.
San Francisco traffic, Cactus 21 on position 55, pushing back.
San Francisco Tower Allegiance 1341, final runway 28 left.
Man, I'm gonna be flying wings off of that. Alright.
Unlocking gear.
Engine 2 is available, so we can run the after start check. Other time closed, if you can come off.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Pins on the left hand side. All right, brother. I'll see you next time too. Thanks. Bye bye. All right. Arm the speed brake. Box one, and let's do our check. So we're on the left. We're on the right. Neutral. Up. Elevators up. Elevator down. Ready to go. That was the tower. Tower is not. So it's open. So we lost all that. Alright, no problem. Pretty good. So let's go to the Unicom, which is the same thing. So we'll just go ahead and talk. Services of traffic, Frontier Flight 308, taxi to runway 01 left. And that would be the one. That was the traffic. Alright, so let's do max. And we will turn on, and this is a little bit different than the 320NEO, is that the wind shear prediction is that one button here. Unlike the 320, the CEOs, there's a button here and another button here that you flick. So it's just one thing right here, and you're good to go. We can do our takeoff config test. It's normal. All right, brakes release. We're already late. Let's get on.
Traffic going 2028 to 23 miles to the south, within 6,000. Go to the left, two is right.
The persons who are interested in sound bit. That's light coming on, and we'll return on that. Quick check. There we go. So we take mic 1, make a left here, and follow the beautiful 757. For the departure,
On the wrong frequency.
It is takeoff via the
Francisco, traffic, Cactus 21, taxi into holding for
after
right
520
1 left.
feet, we will take off with a left turn towards stick, to the left turn across port at or below 10. We didn't do a whole briefing today, so I apologize for those who were expecting that. Just didn't feel like going through all that. But at least we still have an idea. It's all on the animation display, so we're good. There's an American coming across here, and there's another landing. It has a Legion landing there, so that's what we're holding. We're gonna hold the beautiful 757. Who is that? It's like a US Air. I've not seen those colors in so long. Yeah. Obviously, the traffic. Frontier Flight 308 is holding runways 01 left, right 1 behind. 757. Beautiful 757. You're most welcome, man. We're waiting on the 757 to come to 2020 so we can join that flight. You see, you're saying. Frontier Flight, San Francisco traffic, Frontier Flight 308. Line up and wait behind the departing 757, runway 01 left, San Francisco. Right. We will get these strobes coming on as we let's get the perf on the left side, type that on the right side.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2078 is on a 10-mile final for 28 right. San Francisco.
Right, so he's 10-mile final, so we will hold short and wait for him to land. And the Delta arriving in San Francisco 28 right, we'll hold short on 1 left for your arrival.
Okay, we're still on about a 10-mile final, so got plenty of time. So
Yeah, we just have a departure of 757, so we still gotta hold this thing.
okay, roger.
Right, so parking brake is set, and let's start on these. Let's look at these lovely airplanes. Hopefully that American guy isn't set. Holding.
And San Francisco traffic, Delta 2078, 8-mile final to the right, and we'll keep San Francisco.
Roger. We'll continue to hold because we're probably using this. I don't know where this guy is going, but he's on the same path. So we need to give ourselves some support. Yeah, I'm pretty sure ADC would have told us. So I rush it. Let's do what we do. Let's see. He's going to. He's also going to LA. So yes, we do need to. He's at 321. You just watch him come across the whole screen there.
San Francisco traffic, United 927, IFR Boeing 767, 8000 F. I'm estimate the fuel of next 6 minutes by left runway 8 left. Direction to it right.
San Francisco Airway, Cactus 2109, holding short behind the Airbus of American, runway 1 left.
It's been a while since we've seen liveries like those. After all, USA was an emerging American. That livery just went belly up until.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2078, short final, straight right.
San Francisco traffic, Frontier Flight 308, holding on left until the arriving. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing? I know it's been a while since you guys have spoken. I hope you guys are keeping well. Of course, if you haven't already done so and you're watching for the first time, please help the channel. It's going to be a great deal for us. It means a whole lot if you would just subscribe, like, and even share the channel as well. It would help the channel grow, and I appreciate it. We're just online waiting now for the Delta flight to land. We see this guy right here. He's coming in on the crossing runway. Once he clears, and for those of you who were here before, we saw the Allegiant who was over here while we were taxiing. Similar thing, landing on the intersecting runway, so we just wait for him. The 757 ahead of us, he's also going to LAX, so if we had air traffic control online, we would have been held anyways. So I'm pretty sure these guys over here don't mind waiting because that's what we'd had to do anyway. So this guy is landing right now, should be over the numbers now. See where he is. There we go. Beautiful land. Beautiful land. Wing lights on, landing lights on. Right. Beautiful landing, Delta. Front to flight, San Francisco traveling front to flight 308. Take off runway 1 left. Be the 65 RNAV to stick. Pressure on the stick. Biggest brake. And 50%. Timer.
San Francisco traffic, United
And
324,
flex
turning right.
58 SRS. Auto thrust is blue.
And the San Francisco traffic is 533 is potential Aylex to the right.
Yeah, those sounds are not it. Hit it on. V1 rotates. Ooh, what's going on? Ah, these winds. Is it Rick? You're up. San Francisco traveling Frontier Flight 308 cleared passing 1000. Left turn direct 6. Fly the 65 departure. San Francisco traveling last call. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
And San Francisco traffic is at 37, 4 mile final runway 28 right.
Climb first. And still had to find the airplane.
San Francisco traffic, active 2109, holding short runway 1 left.
And speed check, collapse up. Autopilot. That's the airport behind us here, and we're trying to avoid these mountains, so we need to do that.
San Francisco traffic.
Aaron says, I wish you were a real pilot.
San Francisco
Really?
Traffic, United 324, 10 mile final.
I can now switch over to 122.8 so we can get rid of some of that chatter. 122. There we go. Yeah, so we're trying to make sure we get rid of that, get clear of these mountains, and then we will continue our flight to flight level 190, and we can actually go ahead and clear that to flight level 330, which is cruise for today. Yeah, Aaron says, I wish you were a real pilot. Well, yeah, that's I wish I were one too, you know, living the dream versus having, but then again, you have real pilots who actually buy these things, so not really bad. And then we see down here, there is a landing traffic. I'm not seeing anybody holding, so I guess those guys already came up. No, they're holding right there. There we go. So now he was also holding for that departure. And then you have the one behind you. So yeah, we're professional pilots right here. We don't need controllers on the VATSIM network. We're good. Yes, George, I am back. Thank you so much for coming in today. It is good to see you, George. I appreciate you. Sorry I didn't get to see you when I was in Atlanta, man. Things just kind of got really crazy. All right, we're going to clear that and do our open climb. So we're going to clear, so we were supposed to cross port at or below 10,000, but we're going to go ahead and clear that using the open climb. And once we get above 10,000 feet, ding the cabin to clear them, and we will then go direct to, Susie. Yeah, man, next time, definitely. All right, clearing 10,000 feet, clean the cabin so they can get up, do their business. Great. And we can turn off the light. Yeah. And we can go direct to Susie. Yes, sir. We are on our way to LAX. Very soon we'll have the tower control, not the tower, the Los Angeles controller sending us a contact me. Normally, Oakland is not normally online as much as San Francisco, as much as Los Angeles. So I was kind of happy to see them online this evening, but I guess it wasn't to be. Hey, what's going on, Aviator 420? Good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wing view for the passengers who are there, and there is San Francisco off the left side, on the eastern side of the airplane. If you're sitting in, let's see, they have that seat. Seat 8A. There we go. So this is 8A. Proper wing view. This is especially for Justin. Proper wing view. Yes, sir. 8A. Once we get above 18,000 feet, we will set our standard on the altimeter, which is 2992 when flying in above flight level 180. What the transition is in the US is 18,000 feet. So once we get about 18,000 feet, we will just set that to standard. 6 minutes into the flight, we are passing 15,500, going up to flight level 330 today, heading down to Los Angeles. Once we get to Susie, we'll be eBay. Once you get to eBay, what is that? Burglar? No, it's burglar. Burglar, because if it was burglar, then they'd have these names sometimes are crazy. So if I were, once I get to eBay, arriving to eBay, we should get a contact me from this, since we'll be entering his first base. And based on the Ironman, we should cross, let's see what this is. We should cross Ironman for about 30, I don't believe 30 in the moment. We have base 1,000. At 6,000, of course we'll get our vectors. Should be one way to go right. Of course, at any time we have these people changing our run. All right, above 18,000, standard set. So yeah, I've never been on a 320NEO, but I doubt this is what it sounds like in terms of what it's on that in-flight. I don't know. I have nothing to compare it to yet. Other than if I were listening to a recording from but this isn't, I just don't like the sounds on it. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. It's a pretty plane though. There are some differences with the 320NEO though, well, particularly this one. I suppose we'll have the same things happening with the 320NEO from Phoenix. But in this airplane, when it comes to the ILS, I actually have to set it in the Radeon I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen in the real airplane. Not the real airplane. If it should happen in the Phoenix as well, when it's automated. So once it's set up in the, just like the 777, once it's set up in the box, then it's automatic. I'm not sure. It shows here at one point, I think it did, but once I clicked it, it didn't show up. I had to actually put it in the system. So I just make sure that I do that on the arrival in 2. What's that? Classified number 260. Oh, why did nobody tell me that my system is working? You know what? I don't think I've streamed it when I got the Stop by 1 second. Let me try to find it. Alright guys, I'll have to figure that out on the next stream. For the next stream. See where this the new system. But alright, is it? So wait. Get the server. So I'll have to figure that out. So sorry. But as of right now, what it is. What do you think I'm gonna see? Wait. There we go. There we go. Just need to restart. Yeah. Cool. All right. There we go. That. I need to restart this now. All right. So there you can see where we are. We're on flight level 310. There's a slight mismatch with what's happening here because we're still actually, let's see. Yeah. So on this we're seeing going kind of 315, but we're still climbing through flight level 308. However, we should be able to be tolerant of that. All right. Just since I have a tolerate hate relationship with the A320. Model is great, system does quite, yeah, this is great. I did do sound. Yeah. So the sounds are just not. When I flew it the other day, I liked it because the systems were not bad. I didn't do a hold as yet, so I'm not sure how the hold works out for this, but it flies nicely. It does. I may have to tweak the sensitivity a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Model looks pretty nice indeed. It's a pretty solid model. And again, iniBUILDS makes really nice planes. The A350, I'm pretty sure the 330s and so on from 2024, based on what I've seen, people like Emmy and so on, when they fly them, it looks pretty nice. So I don't doubt that it's good in terms of, I just can't understand the sounds. These sounds are just not it. I guess that's not what their main focus was on. Hopefully somebody do that. All right, flight level 300 is where we're at. And cruising around 0.76. Let's see, can't we change that? Why are we slowing down? No, let's get it going. Let's see, let's put 50. Yeah, there we go. Let's get there fast. Let's find up the cost index was just 10. And this is something that we can't do, or you don't see much change in the system if you do that. I've not done this in the Phoenix where if I change the cost index, it changes it one time. I haven't seen it. So this is actually pretty nice that I can able to do this on the fly. Okay, so we are currently 10 from Susie, and then we will be, let's see, 51 from eBay. So we do have a little time, but I want to see if we can kind of be ahead of the game. And LA came offline. These guys are not. What did I do to these guys? I didn't do them anything. Why are they just leaving? So I'm now seeing that the American West was behind that aircraft that American Airlines was holding. He too is going to Los Angeles. So we actually got a pretty good spacing. United is well ahead of us. And we are we're doing pretty good. Seatbelt signs can come off. Let those passengers move about the cabin if they need to. Planes are so cool. Who says nice, my favorite aircraft. The 320neo. I'm waiting to see what Phoenix comes with. When Phoenix, and again, like I said before, I'm a loyal customer. no intentions of getting the FS Labs 321NEO. If it's coming for Phoenix, I'll wait. I'll just wait for it. Just like we're waiting for the 757, I'm not gonna install Explain just so I can fly the 757. No. I'm the waiting time. I'll be okay. I will wait for the 321 and 320 to come up with the for Phoenix. And we still goes from there. The big Phoenix update that happened a few weeks ago, that did wonders to the airplane. The airplane flies a lot more stable. It lands better. Something that I have to really get accustomed to, because it does what it said it's supposed to do. If you're flying it, it's going to do what you ask it to. And so once you hold it the way it's supposed to, you fly the aircraft down to the ground, you should be fine. I've been getting a lot of bounces with it. I don't know if that's because of me not holding the aircraft as steady as it should, but I'm better with the 319. The 319 was also a plane that I couldn't fly very well because I prefer flying the longer versions of the airplane. So I'll fly the 321 and that'd be fine. Going to a 320, I'm a little bit okay. And then the 319, nah. I'll be bouncing that plane all over the place. Why? Because it's just a short duck. So hopefully with more practice that will be landing with 4.4, not too bad. Oh, right, because we added more constant. So fuel burn is going to be a little hard. Cool. $30 from eBay. Let's see what our purpose then. So we're 174 miles from Los Angeles right now. Based on our performance, our top of the spent is going to be 82 miles. So yeah, we should be good. Just put the cart real quick. Let's put the cart environment. Good. And then how we have this 23 or 26. What has 23, 27, M dots between 220 and 24, grip between 23, hiking between 16, running between 14 and 17, and let's see if all of that information is that is in the box. Base above 9, between 8 and 50, between 7 and 8. So make sure we have these in the box as we see them here, and we do. So we'll be fine. Levels Gamer says, hi bro, why are you not doing commentary? Commentary on what exactly? I think that's what I'm doing now. We're trying to talk. Oh, you want me to talk about something specific? So 69 is, we're 69 miles out. So let's go to our Earth page and let's do our setup. I am gonna now look for the weather. Weather in Los Angeles is I 14,000, Up. All right. All right, cool. So now the aircraft is screaming at us to put in the information. So let's do that. 7. Temperature is 7 degrees. And our wind is 250.7. And we'll add 8 to that, so that's 138. And it's 322 for arrow. And that is set. Cool. Hold. Cool. So that is set. So we will begin our descent when we're about 25 from the top of the descent, so we can have that ground for descent. And for the arrival, we have lots of runway length. We have 8,926 feet, so we can do a low and idle reverse. We're good with that. And let's set the 2997 set. And there we go. So we are set up. Oh no, I forgot one thing. But like I said, RadNav, I need to put it in. So see guys, it's here. I don't know if it was an issue before, but let's see what happens. Let me put the Aylex up here. All right, so it's there. All right, let's see what happens. Because when I flew this aircraft the other day, it did not do all of that. But that's great. All right, let's go into fix info and let's go India Oscar Sierra Sierra. Not in the database. All right, great. So I gotta find another point. And then VOR, so we can do that. LAX VOR. And we'll do 251 radio and radius. Okay. 15. And then we'll do LAX for the radius 7. I'll show you what I just did there. What I essentially did was to put 2 rings around so that I could gauge my speed. So this first line that's 15 out, I should be at 180. And then by the time I get to, well, it should be at Kobe. So by the time I get to Kobe, I should be fully configured for landing. So I might have to change that just a bit. Let's see. So let's change that to 9. And then the other one would have to go to that's a little bit. So once I get here, before I get to Kobe, I should be fully configured for the final. Great. So we're now 25 miles out. So let's begin our descent. Our first initial descent is going to be so let's go ahead and set that movement. Sweet. And we so descent. Keeper sign is on. We have Aylex with park. Yeah. The information list is a nice touch with these airplanes would be the, but again, it's default, so I can't really be too hard on it. It would be nice to hear like when you get the feed. Basing it based on the feed because that's what I'm most of the time. You know, you come in front of you're hearing these background sounds. Makes it even more interesting, like when you fly a whole lot, you know what to expect. So it would be nice to hear that. Did you guys actually fly Frontier in the real world? There are a couple of the people that will tell you, oh sir, what do you guys think? How do you like the Frontier and then what they do as a family? And crowded. So one of the things that we can see in terms of an airplane that is well, the systems are well modeled, is the VNAV is able to cross a restriction within what it should be. So it should be below flight level 290 or above flight level 260, and we see it actually doing that. It's flying below it. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. All right, we continue on this one. 200. So the next waypoint is Rapid. And we should cross between 270 and 230. And once we cross that, we can do that. 200, which would be the top end for the hiking intersection. And once we pass Gripper, we will then continue on to 6,000, which would be our line. Anyone wants to know if the ADC is AI or real person. So we're flying on VATSIM, and on VATSIM it's actually real people. So what's happening now is that it's a lot of radio silence, simply because one, a lot of people flying in the area right now who would be talking on the frequency, sharing what they're doing. So there's something called Unicom, and that's what you share. For example, I could have said that I'm descending along this path, but there really isn't anybody around me, so to speak, so it made no sense to do that. But once it goes to the airfield, there is a controller online, and that's a real person, and he would then be giving me information in terms of what to do, when to do. But there are AI ATC available. There's Say Intentions, which is an AI. There's Beyond ATC, which is also AI, which gives people, especially for persons who are not necessarily VATSIM ready, it gives you an opportunity, because I think Say Intentions is voice activated, so you'd have to respond as if you were to real ATC. So it definitely helps for a person who is interested in getting involved with VATSIM, because you're then interacting with people. Then one of the things too, it's now 9:40 on the East Coast. It's approximately 6:40 now on the West Coast. So it's not as busy yet, but let's say in the next hour, 2 hours or so, LA can become very busy when other persons would have gotten home to fly. So I was kind of surprised that LA is not online and booming right now, because it's 6:40. But I guess we're still stuck in traffic trying to get home. But we'll see what happens. And then probably when I check online again, it's going to be all crazy. Nevertheless, we press on. And the transition is supposed to be 80. I heard about Unicom before. Oh, okay, cool. Very well. Yeah, so Unicom is just where you tell people what you're doing. And then within the US, because Unicom is just one frequency, 1 to 2.8, it gets cluttered. So they've done what is called CTAF, which is Common Traffic Advisory Frequency. And that is pretty much the tower frequency for the different airfields. So, for example, if there wasn't an air traffic control available in Los Angeles, I would leave from the frequency of 1 to 2.8, which is this, and go to the airport towers frequency, so I can announce my intention. It just makes a way for people not to necessarily cluster the frequency, because let's say, for example, I'm on Unicom, I'm this far away from the airfield, but there are other people that are around and they want to know, or they're sharing their frequency, they're sharing the information on what they're doing, but it doesn't concern anybody that's there. So what will happen is it would essentially cloud or make everything muddy. So while I'm on the ground in Los Angeles, for example, San Diego should not be hearing until I'm airborne. Once you're on the ground, you're talking to people who are in San Diego. For example, as well, and San Francisco is actually a perfect example. because you have Oakland Airport that's literally right across the water from San Francisco. So if I'm on 122.8 and I'm saying my intentions, somebody has maybe wanted to say something in Oakland, but they have to wait till I'm finished talking just to share their intention. So it actually works out. You just have to remember, it's not everywhere in the world yet. It's in the US, it's in the Caribbean, it's in Mexico. So if you're flying online and you are trying to share what you're doing, you should check to make sure that you're on the correct frequency, which is the airport's hour frequency. All right, coming up, flight number 180. So we now change to the local altimeter, which is 29907. Let's double check that with the information whiskey. Information whiskey says 297, so we are good. And we'll continue our descent now down to 6,000 set in the MCP. And so our next restriction is going to be 12,000, which is why we see that here and not the 6,000. So the aircraft is going to use the lower of the two cruise. Stepping for just a minute, guys. And just as I got up, the controller paused. So we're now going to switch over to the local approach, which is 128.05. So we have the wrong frequency in. 128.05. And here you will hear us have that information. Local approach, pleasant good evening. 12530 every December to 12,600 for
15308 SoCal approach, welcome. And would you prefer runway 25 left or runway 24 right?
24 right for this evening.
15308, Roger. You can expect runway 24 at the Aylex approach. If you'd like runway 25 left, reference your parking, let me know. We'll just get you the runway with the one close there.
Stand by 1 second for the 35. You know what? No, we'll take 24 right. We don't mind the tax.
15308.
So I did actually check the. Don't normally fly front, but let the parking days one. feel, of course, it's good. 2-4 right is quite fun. And there is Los Angeles down ahead at 12 o'clock. We continue to descend down to 6,000 and we will bring our speed back. 240. Below 10,000 feet, landing lights coming on, and we'll ding the cabin. We're probably going to get up with that being about 250 and below 10,000 feet. But go ahead and let the aircraft do its thing. We'll still the 230, which is the 210, which is the next speed restriction. 210 as we go for descent. Airplane needs some help, so we will put out some speed brakes. Good old Los Angeles.
Stop at 6303, ready taxi.
6303, runway 20 right taxi via Alpha across runway 20 level.
So our parking is, I think, around here. Yeah, this is the midfield parking. So we're parking somewhere here. There's someone. That's a 747. Looks like it. Leaving off at 25.
Runway 308 is maintain 4,000.
4,308. Let's come on up to this business. Descent 4,000. We'll open descent now since we're being given instructions. We'll do an open descent. And there's downtown Los Angeles right ahead of us. Yeah, so we're doing open descent now, so we can get down to 4,000. And we will arm the landing system.
On the flight 308, instead of maintain 2,600 unrestricted.
2,600 unrestricted from the flight 30. We could actually speed up, but we're going to help by adding some speed brakes and increase that rate of descent. I'm going to leave it at 220 because it would probably be a little bit, because it seems like he's going to turn us back really quickly or really close. So rather than speeding up all the way there, I'm just going to keep it at 220 so that the aircraft doesn't get ahead of us.
6303, runway 20 right over the takeoff. Three, runway 20 right clear for takeoff.
Take off either right, up to 6303.
So we're gonna have to bleed off here because he's not gonna take us all the way to that 20-mile mark. So we're gonna have to ensure that we maintain speed so that we know. And again, at the end of the day, we are pilot in command. So we know what's best, and we will fly airplanes the best way we can so that we don't get ourselves into problems when we get on the final. We don't want to have an unstable approach into the runway. That will cause us to go around. Don't need an unnecessary go around. Speed brake can be retracted. Or we can retract our speed to 200.
50 for California, welcome. We're pushing on an active taxi, but that's fine. Ready for taxi.
And speed check.
Roger, we'll advise when ready to taxi Alaska.
For the flight 30, reduce speed on 180.
180 for the 530. We're way below the glide speed. No spoilers, because we probably won't need them again.
For the flight 30, we fly heading 160.
160308.
November departure, Legion 8071, John Wayne with November, Clark, Oakley. Air clock. Was that a Legion 8071? Affirmative, on the ground, John Wayne, Legion 8071. Are we able to simulate negative VDC for Legion 8071? If you wanted the voice. Affirmative.
The engine sounds so good.
20.30, fly heading at 20, join all flight.
200 John localized 308.
20.30,
I know people would actually.
2,200 till 7, localizer cutouts for runway 24A.
Maintain 2000 to establish the ILS 24 right frontiers 308.
No departure, Delta 2240 on the ground, John Wayne.
Speed check, flaps 2.
2240, so got departure, 40 set of route. Start for Delta 2040. Delta 6303, right at KSFO, comment to 140 down, the altitude limit.
4.5, climbing 13,000, top of 6303.
6303, roger. 45.308, contact LA Tower 24.3.
24.3 times 56, see ya.
Alright, Legion 8071, clearance available by the Got it. The 8071 clear to Oakland Airport, 003, temperature, Oros, transition, as follows, maintain 5,000.
And we're on the localizer. Let's activate the approach phase. Top doesn't be in front of 5308, 13 miles on the localizer runway 24.
That's 5308, SoCal Bergs, wind 2407, runway 24 right, clear to land.
24 right, clear to land, 308. On the approach, and let's go. So we're coming down.
And the 892 super push on the fuel up your face north advisor attack.
This picture right there. Landing speed. So that's 3. Check. Glide scope captured. Glide for start. We have our landing clearance, so we have max light coming on. Runway turnoff lights going on. Recheck, KLAX full. Landing checklist. Checklist. Decap 1 blue. That's all in. Decap no blue. And that checklist is complete. Alright, here we go, guys. The go around altitude is set to 2,000. And we are ready to land. It's going to be a low brake and auto reverse. Beautiful, beautiful. Got a picture of all of LAX in there. Nice. At 500 feet, my airplane, and let's land this bad boy. My airplane.
400.
Okay.
300.
Yeah.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Down. The brakes up. To the river. Manual braking.
I'm up on the 822, runway 24 left deck, speed kilo, Echo.
Kilo Echo, runway 24 left. Right.
Run 308, at Yankee Cross, runway 24 left deck, supporting.
Well, I've expedited those 25 user rate.
Alaska 1588, approach Sherman Cat 6 field.
He wants to keep the speed up,
Alaska
and we
1588.
cross runway 2.
Runway climbing to 10,000.
Up to 10,000, Alaska 1588.
Locale departure, radar check.
Soak it out the 4 by time.
Thank you.
Airplane. That's coming up. That's going on. Repeat. zone. And there we have it, guys. We are here in Los Angeles, taxiing to the gate. Let's see if I can get the gate to come up. So we're going to the satellite parking 209.
Lima cross runway 20 left.
Delta 2040 also ready to taxi with November.
Delta 240, runway 20 right there via Alpha, Lima, cross runway 20 left.
So we continue via
left.
Delta, right?
Delta 2040.
Downwind ground,
We make a right onto Lima.
Places 80, 71 push cruise base 9.
Strange enough, he didn't say where I'm supposed to go. I think it's Delta he said, but we're on Echo right now. And then we make a right onto Lima to 209. We'll start the review. Love that golden reflection is so nice. Oh, look at that, guys.
329, runway 20 right.
An A380 Super. I guess he's heading to Frankfurt.
Look up the 0 and the 10 heavy standing in the EU. Give it 100 grand. Give it 1.5.
The 810 heavy, Alexander Rogers, 15342.
5342.
1688, Alexander is closed, reach transfer. Good night.
Over to 122.8, Alaska 1588, good night.
Bye.
If it's available, we can now put on the bleed. We'll make the next right. That's available to us, which is Lima.
Via goes to one arrival. The LEL clear 2907 at
So we take Lima.
runway 25 level.
Now gate is right here on the corner.
Vietnamese goes on arrival and check and clear.
Virgin 35K.
on 1,100 pounds profit up.
329 departure Minor Kansas, climb maintain 13 down.
Go to 13 down, 131.
Delta 2240, runway 20, right click takeoff.
Right click takeoff, Delta 2240.
Come on. We'll make it right here. 09 Bravo.
German Cargo 538, heavy inflation
Is this one. We'll continue to actually use this. It's actually a heavy gate, but we'll use that
538
line.
is the kind of part of push stars, your discretion call protection, short of alpha.
We use actually
Call
20.
protection, short of alpha, German Cargo 538. Lufthansa 822, heavy RNF Delray, runway 24 left. Christian Lufthansa 822, super RNF Delray, runway 24 left, close to takeoff.
Come to a stop. Set the parking brake. And we will.
With November ready back. 871, Charlie Tower, runway 20 right.
Entrance will just.
Taxi Alpha, Lima, cross runway 20 left.
Very good parking. Thank you so very much. This side is coming off. Once EGT is once N2 is below 10%, we can now take beacon light. Cover the shot. Let's get GSX keyboard. And there we have it, guys. We are here in LAX. Thank you so very much for joining the fight this evening. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a blast getting back on the stream. It has been a very long while. Actually over 2 months since I've done a stream. And that is as a result of me traveling. Of course, you know, we had to take a little break and go, you know, enjoy ourselves a little bit, did some actual flying, going to different places, and it was a blast. So it is good to be back. Hopefully we can get things to be going on a bit of a schedule like we would like. However, it's about to be lifing again, where work is about to start as of next week. But we'll see how best we can get a schedule in and do some short flights in and around the time. If you have a request, if you haven't already done so, you can always join the Discord channel. You can do !Discord and it will show you the link to join the Discord. There you would have a way to interact with me directly while we wait on the next time that we have a live stream. Of course, if you join the Discord as well, you would never miss the next time we go live, as you will get that notification as well. If you've been with me until the end of this flight, I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next time we go live. And of course, share the live. It also helps the channel. And if you really enjoy what we do, feel free to leave a little tip as well. It would actually help the channel go a long way. Until the very next time, my friends, I hope that you will continue to take care of yourself, that you put your mental health first and your physical health as well, because your health is your greatest wealth. Until next time, keep the boost size up and have fun. See you.